Joined now by Dick Hall, who pitched for the Orioles, came to the Birds in '61, was on the '66 World Series championship team, also '69, '70, and '71. Dick, your memories of that first World Series win for the Orioles, your memories of that year.
Oh, that was the first time ever for Baltimore, and the first time I'd ever been in the World Series or anything close to that. It was quite an event.
You didn't get a chance, though, to pitch in it because the starters were so good they were pitching complete games.
Yeah, those days everybody pitched 9 innings. The first game, McNally started, and Jabrowski came in, and then after that, they never scored a run.
Dick, you had an opportunity to play with Milt Pappas. Kind of sad to hear lately that he passed away. What were your memories of playing with him?
Well, he could throw hard. The thing I remember, Dick Brown was my roommate, was a catcher, and he says, you got to really watch Pappas. He'll pick real great pitch after another, and all of a sudden he'll throw a slider that's so quick and so hard you can't even catch it.
So when you look back at Milt Pappas' career with the Orioles, I mean, he really was the guy that was their #1 pitcher during that period of time. It was traded for Frank Robinson. That turned out to be the deal that really helped the Orioles over the hump.
Yeah, I think he's probably most famous in Baltimore for getting Frank here. Yeah. He was a very good pitcher, and we had a number of young. He was part of that young
kiddie core. Yeah, the kiddie core. How about? Go ahead, Rick, I'm sorry.
Well, Dick, kind of interesting, we have a young man here, Michael Givens, he started his career in baseball as a third baseman also, an infielder, and they changed him to a pitcher. Not many people know that you did the same thing. Yeah. What was it like making that transition?
Yeah, I signed with Pittsburgh. Branch Rickey was the general manager, and he thought maybe I could be a player. And so I played. First year I played in the Carolina League. Frederick is in that league now. And I played shortstop the whole year. And the next year, they sent me to Waco, except the tornado blew the ballpark down and ended up in Longview, Texas, where Chris Davis is from. And then they sent me down to Winter Ball in Mexico. And I talked the manager into saying, look, I've always pitched college and everything. Maybe I could, we run out of pitchers on Sunday. I could pitch a little bit, and we'd have 9 hitters. And I pitched the game, came in like the 3rd inning, pitched the rest of the game, 1 hit. And the head scout from Pittsburgh was there watching. Next year he said, let's try to make a pitcher out of him. So that was the end of my playing days.
That's a great story, Dick. Now, how about from the standpoint, you always had that somewhat herky-jerky motion. You didn't walk a lot of guys, and you hit the ball real well. How did you learn how to do that?
Well, it developed on its own. I threw kind of sidearm, but my release point was up by my ear, and I actually threw a riding 4-seam fastball from sidearm, which doesn't quite figure. But I had real good control, and that was what saved me. They didn't have radar guns then, but I think I threw about 89, 90, and actually I ended up the last half of my career, the last 7 years, I averaged 1 unintentional walk for 20 innings.
Unbelievable.
And at the 14 years that I pitched, total 1 wild pitch.
Well, you've seen a lot of changes in baseball over the years now, and the bullpen has become, everybody's got their own specialty. There's closers, there's setup men, there's situational guys. Where do you think you would have fit in if you were in the bullpen today? Would you have been a closer or a setup guy?
No, I'd have been set up, I think. I was sort of set up then. Yeah. I only pitched 7th inning in a close game, or if it went extra innings, because then they could leave me in to pitch more than 1 inning.
And the good 2-seam fastball, right?
No, 4-seam rider.
Dick, we appreciate you taking some time to be with us.